Fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
We're back inside of Holt Fieldhouse as we wrap things up for the first portion of the night as Carson-Newman men's basketball gets set to cap the night with a matchup with Emory and Henry. Final score here in the first one, Carson-Newman dominates 88-48. A surpriser in the South Atlantic Conference tonight, the number 4 team in the country, Catawba, is going to lose for the first time in league play and the second time all year. Final score from Cuddy Arena, 78-65. Bulldogs down the Catawba Indians, 78-65. Catawba shoots 32% from the field in that game. A game they led by 13 at the end of the first quarter. Saw that lead go away in the second. How about the second and third quarters from the Bulldogs? They outscore Catawba 47-25. That's the difference in that one. Anderson holds off Limestone 85-69, the final score. Trojans are 11-3. Saints are 7-7. Lenore-Ryan is Carson-Newman's next opponent, and that is a victory today for them against Newberry. They win 67-59. It was a slugfest in the second half, but LR shoots 41% and knocks off the Wolves 67-59. It's a final at Harrogate. Lincoln Memorial 88, UVA Wise 78. A strong offensive performance for the Rail Splitters, who get 26 points from Lauren Flowers. Despite getting outshot by Wise, they go perfect from the field through the Splitters and are out to a 10-point home victory at home. Coker and Mars Hill were in action, and it's Mars Hill and Coker. They're tied at 56. There's still 4.5 minutes to go in that one. But a game that Mars Hill controlled early on. Coker's used a strong third quarter to draw closer with a strong third, and they've tied up Mars Hill. That's a fourth quarter score. So LMU wins by 10 on Wise. LR wins by 8 against Newberry. Catawba is upset. They just lose for the second time this year. Wingate wins, and Anderson with a 16-point win over the Saints. So now you're looking at a league that has Lincoln Memorial as the only unbeaten team at 6-0. You'll have Lenore-Ryan, Wingate, Catawba all 5-1, and then Carson-Newman at 4-2. So it's a top-heavy league that has 5 really solid teams so far this year. Carson-Newman is back on the floor Saturday afternoon in Hickory, North Carolina to take on the Lenore-Ryan Bears. Should be a good one on Saturday. Time for the AC countdown to tip-off as we get you set for Carson-Newman and Emory and Henry on the men's basketball side. Adam Cavalier will take you through that one after these messages here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman basketball on the Eagles Sports Network.
Corner, Zhao, catch three. Nylon for Zhao. Eagles lead.
We're getting you set for game day with a countdown to tip-off, powered by Appalachian Electric Cooperative.
Bridgewater, right corner, flashes, open, three. Yes, sir! Caleb Bridgewater connects on the 17th three of the day for Carson-Newman.
Carson-Newman basketball is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Pepsi, that's what I like. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By the Bible Insurance Agency, the agency that's service built. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Trilight, dream big with gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. And by ShopCNEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Now, here's the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Greetings, salutations, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you courtside to historic Frosty Holt Fieldhouse, where Carson-Newman and Emory and Henry are set to collide for the 16th time all-time. Eagles unbeaten all-time against the Wasps in a series that is primarily dominated between meetings from 1959 to 1976. Took a half-century hiatus before the Wasps joined the South Atlantic Conference, and here we are. Eagles trying to follow up Nick Brennigan's record-setting night. Scored 64 points on Saturday against Newberry. Just the fifth 60-point game in Division II in the last 50 years, while trying to keep up the defense. Chuck Benson very pleased with Carson-Newman's defensive efforts against the Wolves. See how Carson-Newman fares today. Eagles and Wasps when we get back. Chuck Benson's comments first here on the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
An interview with head coach Chuck Benson heads your way in 60 seconds on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit InterDigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Time to check in with the Eagles head coach. Here's Chuck Benson alongside the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
All right, back on the AEC countdown to tip-off as Carson-Newman welcomes in the Emory and Henry Wasps to Holt Fieldhouse. Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Chuck,
taking on an Emory and Henry team that certainly can get up and down and certainly can get on the glass. And yet the Wasps have lost 4 of their last 5. What's it take to keep an Emory and Henry team down to start the new year?
Well, first of all, I'm hoping that we can replicate our defense from our last game here with Newberry. That's the first game this year, the first time this year where I have felt really, really happy going home about our defensive performance. I want us to be able to do that. We've got to defend the 3. They've proven that they've got multiple shot threats. So we've got to defend the 3. We've got to contest the drive. They get to the line quite a bit, so we've got to keep them, body on body. And we've got to rebound at elite level because they are. I think we are a really good offensive rebounding team. They're a great offensive rebounding team, and we can't give them seconds and thirds and let them generate, extra opportunities. So first and foremost, we got to defend. And then on the flip of it, we've got to continue to be fast in offense. We've got to get the ball off the floor and challenge them. I mean, they're sort of a multiple package defense. They play some zone, they play some man, so we've got to recognize what they're in. And then we've got to keep the ball moving, share the ball, trust each other like we've been doing, and get the ball up in the air so we can see if it go in or not.
I love the fact that for a somewhat open-ended first question, you make no mention of Nick Brennigan and his absolute maddening performance against the Wolves on Saturday. Obviously, you're probably not going to replicate that. If you do, it might be time for me to just hang it up and retire because it's not going to get any better than back-to-back 60-point nights. But how do you approach coaching a guy that clearly 2 of his last 4, he's broken records?
Well, I've always been a believer that you every individual, you deal with him a little bit differently, and in his case, less is more. If he were sitting with us here right now, he would tell you that's in the past. We need to be in the moment. We need to focus on the here and now. Clearly, a lot of people still care about what he's accomplished in 2 of the last 4 games with his shot making, but we've got to move forward and on so many levels, all that matters is the next game and what we're doing now, not the past. So I know that's where he's at. I honor that. I honor his position on it, and we'll focus on the things that we need to focus on, and one of those things that we don't need to focus on, per his request, is his elite shot making.
Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. You look across the way at Emory and Henry, very balanced. 5 guys average double figures, but not one of those 5 averages more than 14 a game, and that's Gabe Brown at 13.9 a night. How do you control their multifaceted approach with your zone?
Well, we've got to know personnel in the half court. We've got to be mindful of what their preferences are, shot, drive, rebound, whatever it is. We've got to be mindful of that, and we've got to make them uncomfortable, period. You can't let people be comfortable doing what they want to do, so we've got to keep them uncomfortable. But I think it really does go back to the rebounding portion of it more than anything. They're going to get shots up. We don't generate a lot of turnovers and steals and that kind of thing, so we know they're going to get shot opportunities. We just can't give them multiple opportunities in any one possession.
It's interesting that you bring up turnovers because Emory and Henry is bottom of the league in giveaways. 18 a game. They've had 6 games this year where they've turned it over 20 times. Again, that's something that if I were to pick something that heralds Carson-Newman basketball, forcing turnovers would probably be at the bottom of that list. Is there any way that you can take advantage of that to make them feel uncomfortable?
Well, I think we got to have elite hand game in the half court. We've got to sort of empower our weak side defenders to gamble a little bit more. Trey Hubbard in particular, he's a guy that can do that. But really, we're going to focus on what we talk about every day with the players and focus on what we perceive to be the most important elements of any game in any possession. And that really, at least for us, isn't about the steals and forcing turnovers.
Chuck Benson, pleasure as always. Good luck tonight against the Wasps.
Thanks, Kev.
It's Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Starting lineup says your way when the AEC countdown to tip-off returns after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Don't go anywhere. Tip-off is next.
Trip Davis, marvelous, with the hands on one end and the guile to finish on the other.
More CN memories are headed your way on the Eagles Sports Network. Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency, 423-586-4320, or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
This
Set the key, straight on three, down!
is Carson-Newman men's basketball on the Eagles Sports Network.
Thomas drives to the free throw line, stops, right hand, floater, got it, count it, and a foul! Bryant Thomas into the teeth of Jason Brooks.
Today's game is brought to you by Appalachian Electric Cooperative, by Modern Woodman Financial Planning, Domino's, First Bank, by ShopCNEagles.com, The Eagle Club, the Bible Insurance Agency, by Pepsi, by Magaha Electric, InterDigital, by Food City, Tri-Light, and by Lisa's Country Kitchen.
Now back to the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
All right, back courtside at historic Frosty Hole Fieldhouse. Adam Cavalier, happy to have you on hand as Carson-Newman at 10-3 and 3-2 in the league welcomes in Emory and Henry. Wasps are 4-10, 1-5 in South Atlantic Conference play. The starting fives in this one look like this. Ben Thompson for Emory and Henry trotting out a 3-guard, 2-forward lineup. Very balanced scoring lineup for Emory and Henry's fourth-year head coach. Features 4 double-digit scores in the starting five and 1 who scores double digits off the bench. The guards are Gabe Brown. He's the leading scorer at 13.9 a night. 6'5", 185-pound junior from Clintwood, Virginia. Joined in the backcourt by Jalen Leftwich, 6'4" junior out of Lynchburg, 12.7 a night for Leftwich, not to mention 4.2 assists. And Keyshawn Hampton, 5'10", freshman out of Buford, Georgia, averages 3.2 a game. The forwards are Cade Looney, 10 a night for the Grundy, Virginia native, a 6'8", 220-pound junior. And Jake Moynihan averages 12.6 a game, 6'6" junior out of Muncie, Indiana, and Seton Catholic School. Double-digit scorer off the bench is Jacob Darr. He averages 10.9 a night. Carson-Newman utilizes the same starting five it has in every game since returning from the Christmas holiday. That's Jack Browder, Nick Brennigan, Trey Hubbard, John Zhao, and Usman Jah. Nick Brennigan fresh off that bonkers 64-point night against Newberry when he set the NCAA record for threes in a game with 18 against the Wolves on Saturday. See if he's cooking here today. Chuck Benson doesn't really care about that. He just wants Carson-Newman to play stout defense. Wasps in navy blue, Eagles in the pristine home whites. It's Jah versus Brown for the jump. Usman Jah easily wins the tip. The 13th time out of 14 games he's won it, and the Eagles bring it left to right. Trey Hubbard down inside, right of the paint, gets past two defenders and lays it in from the right side with the right hand off glass. 2-0, Eagles lead, 16 seconds in. Wasps bring it from right to left. Moynihan, left point against the Eagles zone. 5 out for Emory and Henry and Ben Thompson. Right wing top for Hampton. Drop it off right short corner. Looney shoots from 15 and snaps the strings, nothing but net. Right baseline, Jay good to tie it at 2. 19:22 to play first half. Eagles onto the offensive end. Zhao drives inside, gets past his defender, finger rolls it home with the right. Strong take for John Zhao. 4-2 Eagles leading, 19:10 to go in the opening stanza. Emory and Henry works it right to left. Navy blue tops, white numerals trimmed in gold. E&H written above the numerals in gold, or in blue above the jersey numerals. Wasp, left wing, triple, back of the 10, won't fall for a Hampton. Rebound punched around, and Brown able to dump it in. So Gabe Brown gets the second chance bunny. 4-4 ball game, a minute 15 gone. Browder drives inside, takes it to the hole. Looney rejects it from behind, stays with Carson-Newman with 22 to shoot. John Zhao has to tie his shoe. Eagle fans, AEC is your Touchstone Energy Cooperative, service you can trust and value. You can depend on. Powering Mossy Creek, we are AEC. Member owned and service driven. John Zhao applies the double knot to his white sneakers. And Jack Browder will inbound from the right baseline. Browder looking, triggers into Jaw, stolen away from him by Cade Looney. Looney up the left sideline, underhand flip to Moynihan. Moynihan gets the Wasps into the half court. Hampton between the rings. Chest pass over to Brown right wing, hits Looney head of the key. Drop it off Leftwich, right baseline, teardrop on the way, lays it in. Emory and Henry grabs the advantage. They're first, 6-4, 18:15 to go in the first half. Eagles onto the offensive end. Hubbard, left corner, baseline drive, gets the cup, missed the layup. Jaw follows through, second chance, no. Brown the rebound, and the Wasp range right to left with it. Leftwich into the front court. Gets it into Brown's hands, right corner, fading for three, he cans it. Emory and Henry has scored the last 7. 9-4 Wasps lead by 5 with 17:50 to go in the first half. No empty possessions yet for E&H. Started 4-5 from the field. Carson-Newman goes inside to Zhao, right block. Draws a double team, passes out of it. Browder left wing. Reset between the rings with Hubbard. Hubbard left around the jaw screen. Enters into the paint. Right hand scoops it up off the window. Trickles around the left iron and falls through. Strong take for Trey Hubbard to stop E&H's 7-0 run. It's a 9-6 ball game favoring the Wasps with 17:20 to go in the first half. Wasps the other way. Looney misses ahead of the key three off the front iron. Hubbard the rebound. Eagles sprinting front court. Hubbard in transition. All the way to the hoop. Lays it in with the right hand off glass. That's 6 of the 8 points scored for Carson-Newman by Trey Hubbard. Pulls the Eagles within 1, 9-8. 17 minutes on the dot left first half. E&H front court. Moynihan, left point. Right hand dribbles, switches it over to Brown left wing. Reset right point for Hampton. Browder sags off him at the top of the zone. Hampton. Left hand dribbles right wing with 8 to shoot. Goes to Looney head of the key. He tries another triple. Spins out left side. Hubbard the rebound. Eagles sprint left to right. Browder accelerating right side of the lane. Takes it into Looney. Airballs the layup. Jaw up for the rebound. You got a whistle and a foul. Did Usman come over the back of Jake Moynihan? He did. First on Jaw. First on the Eagles. E&H basketball. 9-8 Wasps leading. 16:34 to go in the first half. Both teams shooting better than 50% from the field. Wasps bring it from right to left. Leftwich, right wing, into the high post for Moynihan. Spins inside, fades left elbow, shot redirected by Jaw. Moynihan got his own miss. Moynihan twisting, turning, back to the basket, takes it up, he's fouled. Charge this to Usman Jaw, his second personal. The second on Carson-Newman, and Ben Beaker off the bench quickly to replace Usman Jaw in foul trouble, with Jake Moynihan heading to the line for 2 free throws. Eagle fans, Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles, so when you're hungry, reach for Domino's. Get a large one-topping pie for $5.99 with your Carson-Newman ID. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Moynihan buries the first free throw. That puts the Wasps ahead 10-8. As Jaw exits and Beaker enters. Off the bench for Emory and Henry comes Lawrence Barty, replacing Cade Looney. 10-8. Wasps by a pair. Moynihan trying to stretch this back to a 3-point game. Spins it in off the front iron. He does. 11-8. Emory and Henry. 16-14 to go in the opening stanza. Eagles bring it left to right. Beaker, right elbow. Back to the basket. Fakes the handoff to Zhao. Now hands off right wing Hubbard. Hubbard cut off by Barty. Twists around. Backdoor cut. Zhao. Corrals, kicks. Browder, left corner. Catch 3. Left it short. Zhao, Barty tied up. Jump ball. Possession arrow goes Emory and Henry's way. John Zhao leaping into the fray to cause the tie-up. And it brings us to a break in the action. 15:54 to play in the first half. Emory and Henry with the early advantage. Wasps ahead 11-8 thanks to that 7-0 run. Back to hold after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Emory and Henry has largely conceded the paint to start this game against the country's most efficient three-point shooting team. Eagles, all their points have come inside the three-point arc so far. It's paid off thus far for Emory and Henry. Wasps lead at 11-8 with 15:50 to go in the first half. E&H ball out of the break. Trey Hubbard creating havoc in the backcourt. He causes a turnover. Brennigan goes up for a layup with the right hand, but it's blocked out of bounds by Gabe Brown and stays with Carson-Newman with 28 to shoot. Eagle fans, Lisa's Country Kitchen serves the best home-cooked meals that the Lakeway region has to offer. Lisa's Country Kitchen, the official restaurant of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Hubbard misses a left wing 3 off the inbound. Dyer an offensive board. Goes to Brennigan, left block. Back it out to Dyer between the rings with 10 to shoot. Dyer into the high post for Beaker. 8 on the shot clock. Gets it to Brennigan. Right point, curling around the screen for 3. Brennigan strokes it. Nick Brennigan knots the game at 11. 15-18 left in the first half. 73s on the season for Nick Brennigan. Already 17th most in a single season in program history, and this is the halfway point. Emory and Henry bangs down inside with Jake Moynihan on the left block. He lays it in through contact. Back on top, Emory and Henry. Loose ball into the corner off of Nick Brennigan, off of Keyshawn Hampton, and out of bounds. It stays with Carson-Newman. 15:01 to go first half, 13-11. E&H leading, shooting 56% from the field. Dyer triggers into Trey Hubbard. Eagles set up. Hubbard accelerating to the cup, right hand, finger roll blocked by Leftwich. He comes away with the rebound. Leftwich into the front court. Stops at the head of the key, leaps, kicks, left corner, Hampton. High hand there for Jack Browder. at the base of the zone. Hampton curls out between the rings to Leftwich, and the Wasps set up shop in the half court. Left wing, Hampton. Guarded tightly by Browder. Gets it in the paint. Trice hits Leftwich out of the key. Leftwich spins inside. Fading, left elbow. Tough off-balance leaner. Back iron, no. Beaker cleans up the miss. Eagles sprint left to right. Brennigan, right wing. Honey, a triple. Brennigan drills it. Back-to-back Brennigan threes. The net caught in the rim. Thus the whistle. And Carson-Newman's back in front. 14-13, Eagles leading. 14:21 to go in the first half. And Marshall Klug is into the game, replacing Moynihan. Emory and Henry has some length. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. 14-13 Eagle lead with 14:15 to go in the first half. Wasps with it front court. Hampton, left point, cross-court pass right wing for Leftwich. Leftwich right around a Bartiz screen, gets open right baseline, and Tier drops it in from 10 feet out. 15-14, Emory and Henry back in front. 13:57 to go first half. Eagles onto the offensive end. Beaker, head of the key, fakes the handoff to Dyer, turns, chest pass, Browder left corner. Up to Brennigan, head of the key. Bounce feed inside Beaker, lost the handle on it, a turnover. Leftwich a steal on the baseline. Leftwich races up the right sideline for E&H. Gets it front court, drives on Brennigan, draws a foul with 13:36 to go in the first half. Charge the personal to Nick Brennigan, his first and the team's third. Leftwich in the act of shooting, so the 68% shooter heads to the stripe. 68% this season, 65% for his career. He's made 122 free throws lifetime for Emory and Henry, making 123 as he calmly cans the first. Out to a 16-14 E&H lead. One more free throw for Leftwich. Jacob Darr is into the game for the first time, as is Omari Curley. Jackson Crawford also set to check in. Second free throw for Leftwich. Bends the knees, flips it up with the right hand, and strokes it. 3-point game, 17-14, Emory and Henry. 13:36 to go in the first half. 3 ties, 3 lead changes. It has been back and forth here in the early going. Hubbard, Browder, Dyer, Beaker, Brennigan on the floor for Carson-Newman. Beaker has it left elbow. Turns and tries to hand off to Ren Dyer. It deflects off his right kneecap and out of bounds into Emory and Henry's bench for Carson-Newman's third turnover. Ball back to the Wasps, who led by 5 early. Eagles have led by as many as 2. Emory and Henry a 7-0 burst to get up by 5. Eagles erase that. But the Wasps a chance to match their biggest lead on this possession. Curley over to Crawford, right wing. Bounce feed to the right baseline. Barty feeds a cutting Klug to the bucket. He lays it in with the right hand off the glass. 19-14, E&H matches its biggest lead at 5. 13-minute mark, first half. Little 6-0 run for Emory and Henry over the last minute. Trey Hubbard dribbling down on the right block. He's hand checked by Jackson Crawford. First on Crawford, first on the Wasps. Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. Contact Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins, CNEagles.com/Modern Woodman. Jack Browder misses a right wing 3 off the inbounds. Got his own miss, though. And Eagles set up. Brennigan, left corner, brings 2 to the ball and ends up stepping on the sideline. No, we got shoved. Pardon me. A foul on Klug. His first, team second. Brennigan stepped out because he got pushed. Shot clock resets to 20. So give Taylor Hawkins a buzz. CNEagles.com/Modern Woodman to help secure your family's financial future. Carson-Newman trying to cut into this 5-point deficit. Brennigan curling, head of the key, catch 3 on the way, missed it. Beaker up for the offensive rebound, but it deflects off his left hand and out of bounds off the left baseline, back to E&H. Emory and Henry shooting 58% from the field, a team that is last in the SAC with 18 turnovers a game, only 1 giveaway thus far. That's the reason for the early E&H advantage. Curley, right point, goes to Klug between the rings. Hands off to Curley. Skip pass to Crawford, right wing. 15 on the shot clock. Klug head of the key. Pass deflected. Hubbard the steal. Keeps it in bounds. Hubbard racing to the rim. Right hand can't get it to fall, but he's fouled. Trey Hubbard, quick as a hiccup in transition, forcing the turnover and getting a second personal on Marshall Klug. Third team foul on the Wasps. So Hubbard will head to the line, trying to put a halt to a 2-minute Carson-Newman scoring drought. Eagles just shooting 38% from the field here in the opening half of basketball. Hubbard's first free throw. Karam's off to the left, no good. So at best he can do is make this a 4-point game. Hubbard, one dribble, now two, bends the knees, southpaw sends up the second, and he strokes that one, nothing but strings. 19-15, E&H by 4, 12-13 to go in the first half. Eagles have stopped their 2-minute scoring drought and a 6-0 E&H run. Emory and Henry front court. Stepping out of bounds is Jacob Darr in the left corner. Wasps give it away for a third time. Carson-Newman back with the basketball. Chance to make it a single possession game on this trip from left to right in the pristine home whites. Jack Browder across the timeline, picked up by Darr, man-to-man the whole way. E&H has played entirely man-to-man. Hubbard between the rings. Bounce it to Brennigan, right corner. Curley sticks to him. Brennigan into the paint. Stops, feeds, Browder left corner. Drives baseline, double team, shot over top of it. Browder nails it from 4 feet out. High difficulty from Jack Browder, his first points. Carson-Newman has its first field goal in 2.5 minutes. Eagles trail by 2, 19-17. 11:30 to go first half. There's a turnover. Brennigan a steal at the head of the key. One-on-one with Jackson. Stripped, out of bounds, stays with Carson-Newman when we return. 11:24 to play in the first half. Emory and Henry 19, Carson-Newman 17. But the Wasps have turned it over 3 times in the last 90 seconds. We return to Holt Fieldhouse after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
I get my power from my co-op so I can put my energy into my family.
Into waking up the neighborhood. Latte for Christine.
I get my power from the co-op so I can put my energy into planting seeds for a brighter future.
Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, power to your community, for your community, so your energy can go into the things that matter most to you.
My 69 Camaro.
Who powers you?
AEC, the right call for your energy needs. Let us help you score success.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Emory and Henry has had the lead for the majority of this one, thanks to that 7-0 run early on. Eagles have been playing catch-up. They're within 2 right now, in spite of shooting 41% from the field compared to the Wasps, 48%. Inbounds was an oop for John Zhao. Too tall, but the Eagles recover. Dyer, right point. Accelerates on Barty to the right block. Dish out. Zhao, left corner. Catch 3. Off the mark, front iron. Dyer, an offensive rebound. Lost it going up. You got a whistle. You got 2 shots coming for Ren Dyer because he was fouled by Lawrence Barty. His first, team's 4th. So 2 free throws for Ren Dyer and an opportunity to level this game at the line. Eagle fans, check out Carson-Newman Athletics' official online store at shopcneagles.com. Featuring more than 1,100 products from T-shirts and polos to phone skins and pet collars. ShopCNeagles.com. Official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Ren Dyer's first free throw. Karam's off to the left. No good. Dyer, 63% from the field. Down at the stripe. He shot 80% last season. The best he can do is make it a 1-point game. Dyer lines up the second. Misses that one long. Klug the rebound right block. 2-2-1 full court zone pressure for Carson-Newman after the miss. Henry and Henry can make it a 2-possession game on this trip from right to left, but they've turned it over 3 times in the last 2 minutes. Crawford, right wing, goes to the head of the key for Darr. Darr circles back out to the hash mark and resets between the rings. Klug right wing. Dyer there with a high hand. Klug hands off to Crawford. 3 on the shot clock. Crawford pivots around, left elbow fading, 15-footer. No, collision for the rebound. Got a whistle and a foul. 4 went up. It's on Carson-Newman's Ren Dyer. His first, team's fourth. Shot clock to 20. And a second chance for E&H. Crawford will trigger from the right baseline. Crawford looking, lobbing, Dar, right hash mark. Dar, left hand dribbles against John Zhao. Moves right around the screen and hands off Crawford in the corner. Crawford leaps and hits Klug left wing. Steps left, now right, hits Curley head of the key. Curley, 7 to shoot. Turns and hits Klug left point. High hand there for Dyer, 3 and 2. Head of the key, Dar. Dar, 1 on the shot clock, doesn't get it off. Shot clock violation. Sensational defensive possession for Carson-Newman. Emory and Henry turns it over for a 4th time in the last 2.5 minutes. Eagles haven't been able to take full advantage, though. They still trail by 2 with 10:18 to go in the first half. Eagles have led by as many as 2, E&H by as many as 5. 3 ties, 3 lead changes in a back-and-forth first half. Carson-Newman with it front court. Butts hands off to Zhao, dishing right corner Satterfield. Satterfield into the paint, feeds Brennigan, cutting right block, turns, hits Butts middle of the lane. Right hand hook, Butts rattles it out, left side, no good. Scrap for the offensive rebound, out of bounds, off of Butts. Back to E&H. Eagles have gotten some good looks. Not dropping today. 41% from the field, make it 39% from the field, pardon me. In the first half for Carson-Newman. Cade Looney is back into the game for E&H, replacing Lawrence Barty. E&H moving it right to left. Still with the lead in spite of not having scored in the last 3 minutes. Turned it over 4 times in that span. Looney, head of the key, nearly lost it again. Dribbles in, free throw line, 15-footer, rattles it home. Cade Looney stops E&H's 3.5-minute scoring drought. Puts them up by 4. Missed opportunity there for Carson-Newman. Eagles 2 minutes without points in the interim. Unable to take advantage of the E&H swoon. Carson-Newman front court. Satterfield at the free throw line. Lifts it to Brennigan right point. Brennigan left around the Butts screen to the head of the key. Screen and roll down inside the Butts, off his hands and out of bounds. Eagles turn it over for a 4th time. And Carson-Newman's scoring drought will extend. That was there for the taking. Wasps brought 2 to the ball to defend the marksman Brennigan. He found Butts, but it was off his hands and out of bounds. Age can take a new largest lead on this possession. Left wing, Curley. Turns it over. Satterfield the steal. Satterfield one-on-one with Curley. Misses the layup. I think Curley got a piece. And then Dyer fouls Curley on the land for the rebound. That's the 2nd on Wren. The 5th on Carson-Newman. 8:49 to play in the first half. 21-17. Emory and Henry leading. Wasps shooting 62% from the field. Granted, they have turned it over 6 times this half. But the Eagles haven't made them pay. Just 6 points off turnovers for Carson-Newman. 2-2-1, full court pressure on for Carson-Newman against the Wasps. Dar, right wing. Picked up by Browder. Feeds Crawford, extended right wing. Goes between the rings for Moynihan with 13 to shoot. Over to Crawford right wing. Crawford curls inside. Dish out Curley left wing. Curley into the paint, 7 and 6. It's Crawford head of the key, 4 and 3. Crawford right elbow. Dishes Curley right corner. Step back 3 on the way. Cans it. High difficulty for Amari Curley. Just the 3rd 3 he's made this season. On his 10th attempt, he gives E&H its biggest lead of the day. 24-17 with 8:05 to play in the first half. Carson-Newman front court. Browder left wing. Accelerates inside. Hop step to the hole. Browder blows the layup. Carson-Newman cannot buy a bucket at the hole. 24-17. Wasps the lead in the basketball. Hold that. Dar fouled on the floor as he drives the right baseline by John Zhao. First on Zhao, 6th on the Eagles, brings us to a break in the action. 7:50 to play in the first half. Carson-Newman trailing E&H 24-17. We return to Holt Fieldhouse after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
You want to know why Carson-Newman trails Emory and Henry 24-17 right now? Eagles can't buy a layup. 4 for 12 on shots designated as layups by our stat crew. Eagles haven't scored in nearly 4 minutes. They trail by 7. Biggest deficit that Carson-Newman has faced tonight. E&H with the ball out of the break. Curley with it right wing. 20 on the shot clock. Curley accelerates around a Looney screen down the right side lane. Turns, hits Looney at the free throw line. 15-foot Jays on the way, left it short. Offensive board, Moynihan takes it back up. Beaker blocked it. Third try, no, still loose. Slapped up, Brennigan takes it. Brennigan up the right sideline for Carson-Newman. Hubbard gets it into the right corner for Browder. Baseline drive, Browder finger rolls that one home. That stops Carson-Newman's 4-minute scoring drought, pulls them within 5. 24-19 with 7:18 to go in the first half. E&H out of the offensive end. Moynihan between the rings over to Curley right wing. Carson-Newman forcing E&H, normally an up-tempo team, deep into the shot clock with the zone. Curley into the left corner for Crawford. Crawford spins left block, pivoting 4 and 3. Crawford up and under move, got backboard, nothing else. Browder grabs the rebound. Hubbard sprints front court in transition. Hubbard all the way to the hole, he's harmed. Hubbard got conked on his noggin by Amari Curley. First on Curley, 5th on the Wasps. And Trey Hubbard able to get north and south in transition. Earns himself 2 free throws. He's got 7 points and leads all scorers. 2 free throws here for Trey Hubbard and a chance to make this a single possession game again. Hubbard, southpaw, strokes the first. 24-20. Carson-Newman down 4. As Emory and Henry swaps lines. You got Looney, Brown, Moynihan, Hampton, and Leftwich, the starting 5 out there for E&H. One more free throw for Hubbard. Cans that one. It's a 3-point game. 24-21 E&H, 6:47 to play in the first half. Hubbard, Browder, Brennigan, Zhao, and Beaker out there for Carson-Newman. Starting 5 for the Eagles, minus Usman Jah, who's in foul trouble. Leftwich off to Hampton, right wing. Hampton right around a Looney screen, gets open for a 17-foot 2, misfires off the front iron. Rebound pings around, Looney an offensive rebound. Looney feeds Leftwich right point. Second chance for E&H, conference's second best offensive rebounding team. Hubbard goes for a strip on Moynihan on the left wing and gets called for the reach. First on Hubbard, 7th on the Eagles, 1-1 for Jake Moynihan. Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source. Jake Moynihan to the line, where he's 2 for 2 today. Make it 2 for 3. Misfires the front end of the 1-1 off the back iron. Browder the rebound. Gets it ahead to Nick Brennigan. Brennigan stops right corner, backs it out to the wing for John Zhao. Zhao curls around to the left wing where he hands off Hubbard. Out to the head of the key for Ben Beaker. Dribble handoff for Nick Brennigan. Screen and roll action to Beaker's kick. Shot clock will reset to 20. And Carson-Newman will have a chance to tie with a 3, with the ball sideline out of bounds in front of Emory and Henry's bench. Jack Browder will inbound. It's between the rings to Trey Hubbard. Hubbard finds Brennigan head of the key. Brennigan off to the right baseline. John Dow, one dribble, goes up, throws it down on two Wasps. That brings the student section to the right to life. 24-23, Eagles within one. 5:44 to go in the first half. 6-0 run for Carson-Newman over the last 99 seconds. E&H hasn't scored in 2.5 minutes. High post, Looney. Dribbles in on Beaker. Got stripped from behind by Trey Hubbard. Hubbard ahead to Browder. One dribble to the hole. Finger rolls it in with the right hand. 8 straight for the Eagles. Hubbard creating instant offense with the feed to Jack Browder. 25-24, Carson-Newman by 1. 5:15 to go in the first half. Eagle bench comes to life. Right point, Moynihan airballs a 3. That draws derision from the Mossy Creek Maniacs. Carson-Newman has exploded with an 8-0 burst. Emory and Henry's missed its last 4 shots from the field, while the Eagles have made 3 straight. Carson-Newman brings it left to right. Hubbard at the free throw line. Bounce feed inside Beaker. Turns. Two-hand bunny. Got it. 10-0 run for Carson-Newman. Eagles by 3, their biggest lead. 27-24 with 4:50 to play in the first half. Holt Fieldhouse comes to full throat, pleading for another stop. Hampton, right wing with the rock. Points with his right hand for a screener. Looney sets it. Hampton, bounce feed inside instead. Moynihan right block. Turns, leaner, short. Following, Looney taps it in off the window. That stops the 3.5-minute E&H scoring drought and the 10-0 Carson-Newman run. 27-26, Eagles by a point. 4:18 to go in the first half. Carson-Newman front court. Hubbard accelerating, dishing, Beaker middle of the lane. Turns, hits Brennigan head of the key. Catch 3, well defended. Strong off the back iron. Brown goes up for the rebound for E&H. First miss from Carson-Newman from the field in its last 4 shot attempts. Emory and Henry front court. Looney, free throw line jumper, good from 15. E&H responds with 4 in a row to retake the lead, 28-27. 3:53 to go in the first half. Carson-Newman works it left to right. Beaker in the keyhole. Bounce feed, cutting, Brennigan. Brennigan, right block, layup, good. 8 for Nick Brennigan. Reigning National Player of the Week. Puts Carson-Newman back on top. 29-28, 3:33 left in the first half. E&H works right to left. Hampton out to Looney, right wing. Looney dribbles down to the right baseline, stops, faces the basket, bounce it out to Moynihan, left wing. Nearly lost the handle on it. Brown corrals. 9 on the shot clock. Looney, free throw line. Feeds left baseline, Moynihan. Moynihan spins inside on Zhao. Lost the handle on it, out of bounds. Carson-Newman ball. Eagles force an 8th turnover. 3:13 to go in the first half. Carson-Newman 29, Emory and Henry 28. We're back to hold after these messages on the Eagles Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Light is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilight.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Back courtside at Holt Fieldhouse. Adam Cavalier, happy to have you on hand, where Carson-Newman leads Emory and Henry with 3:13 to go in the first half. 29-28 Eagles. Has been back and forth 3 ties, 6 lead changes. Emory and Henry grabbed a 7-point lead with a 7-0 run. Eagles countered with a 10-0 run to grab a 3-point lead. They can match that on this possession. Zhao, right wing, hands off to Brennigan on the perimeter. Back it up, Beaker head of the key. Beaker feeds Browder, cutting down the middle of the lane. Browder banging his way inside, fades, right block, left it strong. Browder got his own miss. One dribble, left hand leaner, smooches it off the window. Browder with a kiss has 8. And the Eagles match their biggest lead at 3, 31-28, 2:42 to go in the first half. Carson-Newman's made 6 of its last 8 shots, and after starting 4 of 12 on layups, has started to make those. Hampton drives inside, and he gets fouled. The right side of the paint move for Hampton produces a second personal on Trey Hubbard, an 8th team foul on Carson-Newman. And Hubbard will head to the bench for the remaining 2:33 of the first half. He's been instrumental, 9 points, 5 assists for Trey Hubbard to go along with 2 steals. First free throw for Hampton rainbows in. 89% free throw shooter, 17 of 19 at the stripe for his career. Young career for the freshman out of Buford, Georgia. Makes it a 2-point game, trying to get it to 1, and Hampton does. Nothing but strings. 31-30. Eagles by 1, 2:30 to play in the first half. Carson-Newman works left to right with it. Satterfield off to Browder, right wing. Dribbles it on Moynihan, stops, right hand through contact, no. Beaker tap, right hand, yes. Ben Beaker with the follow through has 4. Carson-Newman back on top by 3. 33-30 with 2:09 to play in the first half. E&H onto the offensive end. Hampton hits Brown on the right wing, loose ball, Zhao steals it. Zhao racing to the hole. He's fouled by Jake Moynihan. Didn't let him get a shot off. Jack Browder nonplussed, thought he got tripped in transition. Regardless, Eagles are shooting free throws. First personal on Moynihan, 6th team foul on the Wasps. And now John Zhao to the line for 2, and a chance to stretch out Carson-Newman's advantage here. Zhao bends the knees, first free throw on the way, smooth as silk. InterDigital strives to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services. InterDigital, they are laser focused on your success. Eagles have their biggest lead in the night at 4. John Zhao trying to make it 5 with his second free throw. Lines it up, knocks it down. It's true. Zhao with 6. Carson-Newman's lead is 5, as large as it's been tonight. 35-30 with 1:52 to play in the first half. Wasps front court. Klug banging inside on Beaker. Teardrop it in the middle of the lane's good from 6. Marshall Klug has 4 points. Back to a 3-point Carson-Newman lead. 35-32 with 100 seconds left in the first half. Eagles with it front court. Satterfield, left point, switches it to Browder right wing. Jab step on Moynihan, accelerates left block, lays it up on Klug. No, Beaker offensive rebound. Fouled going back up. Charge this to whom? It's on Marshall Klug, his 3rd and the team's 7th. 2 free throws coming for Ben Beaker, who's 57% at the line this season. 35-32, Carson-Newman by 3. A half in which they trailed by as many as 7. That came on the heels of a 6-0 E&H run. First free throw for Beaker spins in. 36-32. But Carson-Newman answered with a 10-0 run of its own. And Carson-Newman's had the lead ever since that 10-0 burst. Second free throw for Ben Beaker. Rattles it home. Beaker with 6 off the bench. Back to a 5-point lead. 37-32 with 83 ticks left in the first half. E&H has made its last 3 shots from the field. Hampton, right wing dribbles. Switches it to Leftwich, left wing. Leftwich feeds ahead of the key 3 from Gabe Brown. John Zhao comes out and collides with him. That's a second personal on Zhao, a 9th team foul on Carson-Newman. And 3 free throws, the result for Gabe Brown. So Zhao will exit. Rin Dyer, playing with 2 personals, will enter. Foul trouble all the way around for Carson-Newman. You got Zhao with 2, Jaw with 2, Dyer with 2, Hubbard with 2. Gabe Brown with 3 free throws. Calmly buries the first to make it a 4-point game. Get it down to 2 with this extended trip to the stripe. Brown, second of 3, swishes home. 37-34, Eagles by a triple. Brown will try to make this a 2-point game at the line. E&H, 8 of 9 at the stripe as a team. Make it 9 of 10 as Brown goes 3 for 3. 37-35, Carson-Newman by a pair, 7 seconds left in the first half. Eagles work left to right with it. Browder off to Dyer on the right wing. Gets it to Brennigan between the circles, over to Browder left wing. Browder feeds Satterfield head of the key. High hands there for Brown. Back to Brennigan right wing. Left around a Beaker's screen. Gets it over to Satterfield. Now Dyer left corner. Drop it off Beaker. Right block. Beaker blocked out of his hands by Jacob Dar from behind. A lot of contact. Dar got the ball clean. I thought Brown caught him with the body. Shot clock at 7. Still Carson-Newman ball with 46 to play in the first half. Dyer triggers into Browder for Satterfield. Back to Browder, left wing. Wide open look from deep off the mark left iron. Dar the rebound. E&H can tie with the 2, take the lead with the 3 on this possession. Right corner, Hampton pulls in transition. Left it long off the heel. Dyer taps the rebound ahead to Brennigan. Brennigan leaps, lobs, Beaker. One dribble, running the lane. Right hand, can't get it to fall. And then a big collision between Dyer and Jake Moynihan. The foul goes on Gabe Brown, his first, and the team's 8th. 27 seconds left in the first half. And free throws coming for Ben Beaker. That was just a hustle collision between the Eagles and Wasps. McElhaney and Bridgewater set to check in for this final defensive possession as Beaker misfires on the first free throw off the front iron. Jarius Satterfield gives him 5 as Brennigan and Dyer exit. So you got Browder, McElhaney, Bridgewater, Satterfield, and Beaker trying to make this a 3-point game, which he does, swishing it. 7 for Ben Beaker, and now Ben Thompson will burn a timeout to chat over this final, presumably, Emory and Henry possession with the shot clock off and 27 seconds left in the first half. Gives us a chance to remind you that First Bank is the official bank of Carson-Newman Athletics and the only place you can get a Carson-Newman debit card. Stop by any First Bank location to get your Carson-Newman debit card and show your Eagles' pride. Emory and Henry shot the ball well, 50% from the field. Problem for the Wasps has been ball security, 9 turnovers. Eagles with a 12-6 edge in points off turnovers. Credit Emory and Henry. Second in the conference in offensive rebounding, second in the conference in rebounding. They've done work in that regard. Eagles only +2 on the glass for a team coming in that leads the nation in rebounding margin. I think the bigger thing to circle, though, Carson-Newman shooting 44% from the field against an E&H outfit that gives up 46% shooting. A lot of it has been misses at the 10 for Carson-Newman. Carson-Newman traps as Crawford brings it across the timeline. Eagles scramble back into their zone with 12 on the game clock. Crawford, right wing, 9 and 8. Crawford into the right corner for Leftwich, 5 and 4. Hits Hampton head of the key. 3 and 2. Hampton drives inside, right hand, no. Whistle, foul with 1.4 to play. Who is this on? It's on Jack Browder, blocking foul. His first, team's 10th. So 1.4 seconds left. Keyshawn Hampton, as automatic as they come at the line, heads to the stripe with an opportunity to make it a 1-point game. Hampton bends the knees. First free throw up and good. Hampton with 3 points. All of them have come at the line. Leftwich exits. Barty enters for E&H. One more free throw for Keyshawn Hampton. Chance to make it a 1-point game. RT instructed to get back into the backcourt to guard against Ahiv. Hampton. Second free throw. Strokes that one. 1 point game in favor of Carson-Newman. Inbounds comes to Jarius Satterfield, and Carson-Newman won't try Ahiv. They're content to head into the halftime locker room with the lead. 38-37. Carson-Newman up at the break in spite of a first half where Carson-Newman started out 4 of 12 on layups. Credit the Eagles. They finished the half 7 of 8 on those, in theory, easy 2-point baskets. Halftime in Holt, 38-37. Carson-Newman a 1 point lead over Emory and Henry, trying to stay unbeaten all time against the Wasps. We're back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe a new electric heat pump or a new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We've got a quality contractor network, easy financing, and ANC inspects every job to assure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aecoop.org for application, contractor list, and more details. AEC, we're power with purpose. It's halftime. We'll head back to the arena for the ShopSeeingEagles.com halftime report in just 60 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
The number one source for Carson-Newman athletics gear, ShopSeeingEagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. ShopSeeingEagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. ShopSeeingEagles.com.
House, where Carson-Newman holds a 38-37 lead over the Emory and Henry Wasps. Adam Cavalier courtside, pleased to be joined by the 20th head coach of Carson-Newman football, Ashley Ingram. Ashley, thanks so much for taking some time out of your hospitality suite duties.
Happy to do it.
And stopping by. What a whirlwind. About a month on the job. And the biggest disappointment for me personally, in your press conference, you didn't get asked one specific question. I mean, potentially, they were following context clues, but nobody asked you what on earth offense you're going to run. So I'm going to.
So I've learned when I get an opportunity to speak, we'll just keep talking, and no one can ask questions.
That's right.
Then you set the narrative yourself.
Yeah, that's right.
We're going to run the offense that gives us the best chance to win. We're going to try to score points. We're going to run it a little bit. We're going to throw it a little bit. We're going to try to score touchdowns. Is that what you mean?
Not quite.
A little more specific.
A little more specific is what I was after.
We'll look a lot like we did at the Naval Academy from like 2008 to 2019. A lot of under center option. We obviously will throw the ball. We'll have a gun package or a spread package. But honestly, we're going to do what we need to do to win, and we're going to do what our players do best. So I think that probably is still remains to be seen.
It's interesting. I think prior to the Division II National Championship, there's potentially a little bit more of a sell job about triple option offenses. After Harding did what it did,
right,
a little bit less. Why can the triple option still be effective in today's game? especially with the legislations that have been made to cut blocking?
Well, for one, the offense is based on numbers. So you run where people aren't. So just schematically, you should be running favorable plays into favorable looks. The cut blocking rule, I don't think it's a big deal. You still can cut on the line of scrimmage. We'll have to be physical on the perimeter, and where people are over-aggressive, we got to take advantage of it with play-action pass and throw the ball over their head. But the reality is this. I don't have any pixie dust in my pocket, okay? I'm not going to line up in a formation that another team did and win a national championship with. I'm going to win with the players on the team, and I'm going to win if they buy in. I'm going to win if they play for each other. I'm going to win if we have an edge about us, a toughness about us, if we take care of the football and we play good defense. So a formation or a style of offense doesn't win a lot of games. People win games.
Good people here. I think you've started to see that amongst your players. Today was team meeting number 1. There's a lot of work to be done in the coming months as you lead up to spring ball, and then obviously September 5th or whatever game number 1 is. What are the first steps to cultivating that?
Well, I think the first thing is we just talked about it today. You know, most coaches like to stand up and say, here's my plan. Here's what I want to do. Here's my vision. So where I started with is, what do you guys want from this experience? What do you want this football team to look like? And almost to a man, they all said, we want to win championships. I go, so well, there's the next question. So you want to win championships. Well, what do we need to do to win championships? And then the next question was, are you willing to do it? So I want them to buy in, because this is their football program. They're going to graduate here, and the rest of their life they're going to be Carson-Newman football players. At some point I'm going to move on, whether they push me out or whether I leave in glory, you know. But we just got to believe. We got to work. We got to learn to play together. We got to learn to not beat ourselves. So.
Well, the last time you were here for a basketball game, Nick Brennigan made 43 points in the second half. You had to leave to go run some errands, so I might walk you to your car myself.
I would be disappointed if he doesn't match the performance. So I'm going to sit around and watch it. So, no, it's been great. Entertaining game so far. Obviously watched the women play prior to this. Super impressed. So, no, we're enjoying it.
Ashley, thanks for the time. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
That is Carson-Newman's new head football coach, Ashley Ingram. We'll take you around the sack when we come back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
If you're looking for official Eagle merchandise, look no further than the Carson-Newman Bookstore. With a large selection of Carson-Newman gifts and apparel, you're sure to find something to please the entire family. From stuffed eagles to towel sets, sweatshirts, shorts, hats, and slippers, we literally have you covered from head to toe. We have just the item you're looking for no matter what the season. So whether you're an Eagle student, parent, alumni, or fan, shop us for everything orange and blue. Call 865-471-3539 for more information and store hours. We'll see you at the Carson-Newman Bookstore.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
A check of the shopcneagles.com sack scoreboard is next. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
The Eagles Sports Network is part of SAC Live, the official digital network of the South Atlantic Conference. SAC Live is the home of all your South Atlantic Conference sports action, including 20 SAC championships. Time to get caught up with some SACtion. Here are the happenings around the South Atlantic Conference and the nation. Let's go around the league with a ShopSeeingEagles.com scoreboard update. Now back to the arena.
Back courtside in Holt Fieldhouse, Eagles with a 38-37 lead over Emory and Henry at the break. Carson-Newman's women victorious earlier tonight, 88-48 over the Wasps on 24 points and 9 rebounds from Lindsey Taylor. On the men's side, Catawba up at the break over Wingate, 36-34. Last two unbeaten teams in South Atlantic Conference play. Catawba with a lead in spite of shooting just 34% from the field. That's because they're +7 on the glass. Coker's up 26-15 on Mars Hill, 6 minutes into that game. Anderson leads Limestone 47-39 behind 15 points from Garrett Dinbo and 14 from Mac Burgett. Lenore Rhine has a double-digit advantage at the break on Newberry, 32-22. That's the Eagles' next opponent. Lenore Rhine and Jaheim Taylor leads all scorers with 10 for the Bears. And how about this at the half over in Harrogate, UVA Wise 41, Lincoln Memorial 39. Chase Rankin leads all scorers with 11 for the Rail Splitters. But LMU just 2 of 13 from beyond the arc. UVA Wise out rebounding them. They've hit 7 of 16 threes to grab the halftime lead. Second half action from Holt. Heads your way after this. Eagles up by 2 at the break. You're on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to ShopSeeingEagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, ShopSeeingEagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit ShopSeeingEagles.com today.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency, 423-586-4320, or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
This is Carson-Newman basketball.
Goes top of the key. Pull up 3 on the way. Got it. Charlie Clark dialing long distance with impunity.
On the Eagles Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Halftime wrapping up in Holt Fieldhouse. Adam Cavalier happy to have you on hand with the Eagles ahead 38-37. Before we get the second half started, let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. You're on the Eagles Sports Network. Adam Cavalier, happy to have you courtside. Skip Roberts running the show back inside of network control. We're not video streaming technically today, but we've still got our crew here producing for on-demand purposes because of a campus-wide internet outage. So thanks to Jay West, Mia Toribio, our director and replay operator, Hunter Williams, Malia Kim, Rick Gintahome, and Max Bryant, our camera crew, for what will be an on-demand video replay whenever internet comes back to campus. Storms knocked out internet services for much of Jefferson City yesterday and into today. Eagles with the basketball to start the second half. Usman Jah catches a pass from John Zhao, lost it to Zhao. Dish out, left corner, Trey Hubbard, open look from deep. Hubbard rattles it home. Trey Hubbard fires the opening salvo of the second half and becomes the first player for either team into double figures with 12. 41-37, Eagles by 4, 25 seconds into the second stanza. Zone defense for the Eagles. Brown shoots over top of it and leaves the three short from the right wing. Long rebound, Brennigan, head of the key, up to Zhao, right wing. High hand there for Hampton, cut off. Dish it into the left corner. Hubbard got his defender to fall down. Kick out, Brennigan, right corner, catch three. Right iron, no. Jaw tips the rebound up, but Looney takes it away right baseline for E&H. Emory and Henry moves left to right with the basketball, trailing by 4. A minute into the second half. Leftwich over to Hampton, left wing. Hampton, right hand dribbles, bounce it Leftwich right corner, baseline drive, teardrop, swirls around, 1080 around the rack and toilet bowls home. Leftwich with 8, cuts it to 2. 41-39 with 18:45 to go in the second half. Carson-Newman front court. Jaw off to Hubbard right wing, moving around the Jaw screen. Hubbard pulls Zhao left wing. Drop it off Brennigan left corner. One right hand dribble, back to Jaw, back to Brennigan. Brennigan drives inside, right hand teardrop, bends in. Nice take for Nick Brennigan. Reigning National Player of the Week into double figures with 10. Back to a 4-point Carson-Newman lead with 18:15 to go in the second half. E&H front court. Right wing, long. Oh, no, that is a 3. Jake Moynihan drills it. Thought his foot was on the line. Makes it a 1-point game. 43-42, 18:02 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman works it right to left in the pristine home whites. Jaw head of the key. Off to Hubbard right corner. Drives on Leftwich, gets underneath the basket, flips it out, and out of bounds. Lost the handle on it as he tried to push a pass into the corner to Nick Brennigan. And it sails into the sideline for Carson-Newman's 5th turnover. E&H can retake the lead on this possession. 3 ties, 6 lead changes in a back-and-forth game. Leftwich, right wing. Left hand dribbles to the head of the key. Stops and hits Hampton left point. Hampton right around a Moynihan screen. Fades from 15. High difficulty, knocks it down from the right side of the lane. That was a really tough shot for Keyshawn Hampton. Puts Emory and Henry back on top. 44-43. E&H has made 3 of its first 4 shots to start the second half. Carson-Newman front court. Brennigan, left wing. Got a whistle and a foul on Keyshawn Hampton. His first on the Wasps. Eagles will reset out of bounds, trailing by 1. E&H is led by as many as 7. Carson-Newman by as many as 5. E&H grabbed a 7-point lead off of a 6-0 run in the first half. It was a 10-0 burst for Carson-Newman that gave the Eagles the lead. Brennigan, right wing, left around a Jaw screen. Leaps and hits Hubbard right corner. Drop it off Jaw right block. Feeds Zhao, cutting middle of the lane. Right hand, floater, no. Browder, follow. Air ball, but he's fouled. Jack Browder to the stripe after a second personal on Gabe Brown and a second team foul on the Wasps. So 2 free throws for Jack Browder. And a chance to put Carson-Newman back in front. Browder strokes the first free throw, nothing but cords to tie it at 44. 4th time we've been tied. Trying to swap leads for an 8th time now. Second shot up, second shot in. 4 ties, 8 lead changes. Carson-Newman back in front, 45-44. 16:55 to go in the second half. Wasps onto the offensive end. Leftwich Goes to Hampton on the right wing. Brennigan guards him. Hampton drives on him, stops right block, pivots, passes Moynihan right wing. Moynihan inside, circles up a shot, and he's fouled. Wild leaner for Moynihan. He puts a third personal on Jaw. First team foul on the Eagles. So Jake Moynihan heads to the line. He's the only Wasp to miss a free throw today. Emory and Henry, 11 of 12 at the line. Came in 10th in the league in free throw shooting at 72%. Pretty good free throw shooting league to be 10th at 72. Moynihan's first. Touches every part of the left side of the rim and falls through. Usman Jah exits. Ben Beaker re-enters. All square at 45 apiece. One more free throw for Jake Moynihan. Bends the knees, flips up the second, and the southpaw connects. 46-45, Emory and Henry back on top. 16:37 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman works right to left with it. Browder, right wing. Left around a Beaker screen to the free throw line. Got poked by Looney. Browder gathers it back, kicks it left corner. Hubbard, three. Back of the 10, no good. Rebound punched out. Zhao corrals on the right wing. Second chance. Zhao drives on Looney all the way to the hoop. Feathers it in with the right hand. Nice take for John Zhao. He's got 8. Eagles back in front, 47-46. 16-10 to go in the second half. Both teams hot to start the second. Pass inside from Hampton's deflected out of bounds along the baseline underneath the basket, and it stays with E&H. Carson-Newman 60% from the field to start the second half. E&H 75%. Walsh going to Looney in the right corner. Back it out Leftwich around the Hampton left wing. Hampton back to Leftwich between the rings with 13 to shoot. Leftwich behind the back dribble. Hands off Moynihan right wing. Moynihan moves inside on Beaker. Backs him down. Fakes left. Spins right. Left hand leaner. Won't go. Beaker the box out on the shooter to grab the rebound. Eagles race right to left. Browder in transition all the way to the hoop. Feathers it in with the right hand off glass. 12 for Jack Browder. 49-46. Back on top by 3 for Carson-Newman with 15:30 to go in the second half. E&H onto the offensive end. Hampton left wing. Right around a Looney screen. Gets it to Looney left wing for a 3. Looney off the mark back of the 10. Zhao tracks down the long rebound right corner for Carson-Newman. Zhao into the front court. Finds Browder on the right wing. Browder to the head of the key for Ben Beaker. Slips it to Nick Brennigan. Curling head of the key. Lobs to Beaker left block. Lands. One dribble. Shuffle cut for Browder. Touched over to Hubbard in the right corner. Drive. Layup. Good. 14 for Trey Hubbard. Browder his second assist. Eagles match their biggest lead at 5. 51-46 with 14:50 to go in the second half. E&H front court. Leftwich left block. Spins into the paint. Drops the shoulder. Right hand. Chucks it up. Missed it off to the left. Rebound loose left of the lane. Browder grabs it. Up, outlets it along the right sideline. Hubbard in transition. Euroing. Right hand. Leaner. Won't fall. Beaker an offensive board. Hits Browder head of the key. Catch 3. Wide open. Front of the 10. Won't go down. Moynihan the rebound. And E&H tries to stop this 6-0 Carson-Newman run on this possession. Hampton. Left wing. Wasps haven't scored in 2 minutes. Hampton skips it into the left corner for Leftwich. Leftwich into the paint. 10-foot teardrop. Good over the Sac logo. And Ben Thompson calls for time. Brings us to a break in the action. 14:07 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman 51. Emory and Henry 48. Eagles 6-0 run comes to a halt with the leaner from Leftwich. And we're back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to shopseeingeagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeingeagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeingeagles.com today.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
14:07 to play in the second half. 51-48. Carson-Newman leads Emory and Henry. Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider, providing Jefferson City with ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband. Let them serve you. Visit trilite.net. Carson-Newman basketball out of the break. A 51-48 lead on the Wasps. Eagles have outscored E&H by 2 after halftime. Hubbard, Browder, Beeker, Dyer, and Brennigan on the floor for Carson-Newman. Brennigan has it left wing. He's inside on Hampton. Backs out Beeker left point. 2 to the ball on Brennigan. Kick it to Hubbard left corner. Skip it Dyer right corner. Baseline drive. Twisting layup. No. Rebound punched around. Dyer tips it up to Hubbard. One dribble into the paint. Missed it. Dyer an offensive rebound again. Back to Hubbard. Right hand leaner. No. Punched out into the left corner. Snared by Hampton. Several good looks there for Carson-Newman. Ball wouldn't go down. Emory and Henry turns it over the other way. Hampton rifled a pass into the right corner for Leftwich. It went 5-hole through his wickets and out of bounds into the student section. 51-48, Eagles by 3. But Carson-Newman's missed its last 5 shots from the field. Granted, 4 of those came on the last possession. Hubbard finds Brennigan, head of the key. Pump fakes the 3. One left-hand dribble, left around a Beeker's screen. Skip it right corner, Dyer. Lob it down to Beeker, right block. Beeker back to the basket, works on Klug. Right hand, turns, shoot. Got it off glass, counted and one. Strong take for Ben Beeker. He's got 9. Eagles are back on top by 5 after the foul on Klug. That's his 4th. Team's 3rd. And that brings us should bring us to a break in the action. That should be the under 16 media since Ben Thompson burned his timeout. So it brings us to a media. 13:15 to go in the second half. Ben Beeker with an and one free throw when we come back. Eagles have matched their biggest lead at 5, 53-48. Back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
13:15 to go in the second half. Carson-Newman leads Emory and Henry 53-48. Eagles have matched their biggest lead of the game. And Ben Beeker heads to the line to try to polish off an and one opportunity and become the 4th Eagle into double figures. And he does, rattling in the and one freebie. 6-point lead for Carson-Newman is the Eagles' largest of the game. 54-48 with 13:10 to go in the second half. Wasps with the basketball moving from left to right in navy blue road jerseys. Inbounds comes to Klug, or entry pass comes to Klug, and that's should be 5. That indeed is his 5th. So Marshall Klug's done with 5. Team foul number 4. Emory and Henry turns it over for an 11th time. Carson-Newman gets the ball back, moving right to left in the pristine home whites. Hubbard hits Browder head of the key, drives on Dar to the right block, lays it up and gets fouled. Jack Browder to the stripe after the harm on Dar, his first. Fifth on E&H. Carson-Newman can further push the lead out at the line. Carson-Newman's had some good north-south attack on a night where the threes haven't fallen for the country's leader in percentage from beyond the arc. Browder cans the first freebie. He's got 13. One of 4 Eagles in double figures. One of 6 Eagles in this one to have scored. John Giles the other one. Browder shorts the second. Gabe Brown grabs the rebound, and the Eagles' lead is 7. 55-48 with 12:45 to play in the second half. Wasps onto the offensive end. Hampton hits Leftwich right wing. One dribble, bounce feed inside Moynihan right block. Kick out Hampton, left point, tries the triple. Missed it badly off to the right. Rebound pings around. It's through Dyer's hands, through Brown's wickets. Brown stumbling, lost it to Dyer. Outlets it to Beaker, cherry picking. One dribble, and he's fouled from behind by Hampton. How about the hustle for Hampton to get back? Ben Beaker was the only man on the other side of the floor, and Hampton closed quick to make him earn these points at the stripe. Second personal on Hampton, 16th foul on the Wasps. E&H turns it over for a third time in the last 100 seconds. Beaker's free throw, rainbows in. It's 11 for Ben Beaker, 5 of 6 at the line. Carson-Newman has gone ahead by 8. It's largely come at the charity stripe here in the second half. Beaker, 2 of 2 on that stroke. Lead up to 9 for Carson-Newman. 57-48 with 12:20 to play in the second half. It's a 12-2 Carson-Newman run, or 6-0 depending on how you want to look at it. Moynihan, right wing, hands off to Brown, cuts into the paint and draws a foul. Ben Beaker called for the hand check. It's the first on Beaker, the second on the Eagles. Shot clock resets to 20. And E&H gets the ball out of bounds to the left baseline. Hampton flips it into Moynihan. Moynihan goes to work on Beaker, spins around underneath the basket, shoots it off the window, too strong. Beaker the rebound. Gets it out to Hubbard, all the way into the front court. Dyer, touch it over, Brennigan, right corner, catch 3, knocked down. Nick Brennigan left naked in transition. He buries his third triple of the night, and Carson-Newman's ahead by double figures for the first time. A 9-0 surge for Carson-Newman. Emory and Henry the other way. Leftwich converts from the head of the key for a 3. 60-51, Eagles by 9, 11:37 to play second half. Carson-Newman front court. Dyer, left corner. Chest pass Beaker, head of the key. Beaker fakes the hand off to Brennigan. One right hand dribble. No backdoor cut for Hubbard. Backs it out to Hubbard right wing. Hubbard, step back. On top of Leftwich. Hubbard in his eye. Who knew that Trey Hubbard had that in him? Just 33% from beyond the arc on the season. He's 2 of 4 tonight. Back to a 12-point Carson-Newman lead. Dar wants an answer. Left corner. Off the backboard, nothing else. Hubbard the rebound. Sprinting front court. Ahead to Beaker running the lane. Beaker finger rolls it home. Nifty feed, Trey Hubbard. Timeout, Ben Thompson. 6th dime dropped by Trey Hubbard. Ben Beaker, quality finish in transition. Carson-Newman's up by 14 with this 14-3 run. 10:57 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman 65. Emory and Henry 51. Back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Light is your home home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
10:57 to go in the second half. 65-51. Carson-Newman has opened up a double-digit lead on E&H after leading by 1 at the break. Wasp basketball out of the break. Moynihan tries to triple from the right wing. Won't go down. Hubbard the rebound at the free throw line for Carson-Newman. Hubbard in transition. All the way to the hoop. Drops it off. Dyer! Dyer brings Thor's hammer to the party. 67-51. Eagles by 16 off of a 16-3 burst. Wasp the other way. Brown left corner three rattles it in. 67-54, down to a 13-point lead, for Carson-Newman. 10:20 to play in the second half. Eagles onto the offensive end. Dyer, left wing, drops it inside for Browder. He was held from behind. 1-1 for Jack Browder. He got a line change coming for E&H. Charged the foul to whom? Get that for you in a moment. As Emory and Henry brings in Barty, Jackson, Burton for the first time, Curley. Gabe Brown stays out there for E&H. Foul was on Leftwich, his first and the team's seventh for the record. 1-1. Jack Browder cans the first to earn the second. Back to a 14-point Carson-Newman lead, 68-54, with 10:14 to go in the second half. Second free throw for Jack Browder. Smooth as silk. He's got 15. 5 of them have come at the line. 69-54, Eagles up by 15 with 10:10 to go in the second half. 16-3 run here in the second half has created separation for Carson-Newman. Not to mention the good shot making. 10 of 17 from the field for the Eagles after halftime. It's 59%. Wasp front court. Brown, right wing, harassed by Dyer. Left around the screen, lobs to Crawford, right wing. Crawford moves underneath the basket, gets it into the left corner for Burton. Baseline drive, stop it. Hit it, Brown, middle of the lane. Layup won't go, or jumper won't go down, pardon me. Dyer seizes the rebound, gets it ahead to Hubbard. Hubbard in transition, works it on Brown, goes in with the right hand and finishes from the left side. 19 for Trey Hubbard. Out to a 17-point Carson-Newman lead, the Eagles' largest. 71-54 with 9:25 to go in the second half. E&H onto the offensive end. Burton, right baseline drive, drop it off Curley, cutting left side. Curley lays it in off glass. Curley with 5, cuts the Eagle lead to 15. 71-56 with 9:08 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman with it front court. Eagles have made their last 6 shots. Jaw ahead of the key. Over to Brennigan, right wing, open with a sliver of daylight. Off the mark. Browder, backside, leaks from the left block and dumps it in off the window. Jack Browder with the tip drill. Chuck Benson calls for time. So Chuck Benson burns a 30-second timeout. Eagles have started to flex their muscle on the glass. Plus 10 now, rebounding margin against an Emory and Henry team that's second in the conference in rebounding margin behind Carson-Newman at 4.5 boards per game. 73-56, Eagles by 17 with 8:55 to go in the second half. Carson-Newman looking to stay perfect all time against Emory and Henry. Eagles have won the first 15 meetings in the series, every single one of them by double digits. It's a hard streak to keep going, but Carson-Newman's put forth a quality second half. Offense has been crispy, 60% from the field for Carson-Newman after halftime. Trey Hubbard. Checking the game ball with the official. As Hubbard exits, Jarius Satterfield enters for Carson-Newman. And it's E&H ball out of the break. 8 straight possessions featuring points for Carson-Newman. That's the reason for the Eagles' surge with a 16-3 second half run. Hampton right wing with the ball against Brennigan at the top of the zone. Wasps run the weave. Curley down the right side of the lane. Turns and hits Burton head of the key. Burton down the left side of the lane. Met at the summit by Usman Jah, who erases his shot into oblivion. Dyer corrals in the right corner. Eagles bring it front court ahead by 17. Loose ball grabbed by Jah at the timeline. Around the horn, Dyer right corner. Baseline drive, Burton. Whistle. Got a shove. Emory and Henry charged with a foul. It's on Evan Burton, his first, and the team's 8th. 1-1 for Ren Dyer as a result. So Dyer heads to the stripe. Trying to earn 2. Calmly cans the first. 74-56, Eagles by 18. Strong second half for Carson-Newman. Offense has been hot. Defense has bothered E&H. Dyer goes 2 for 2. Lead is 19 for Carson-Newman. 75-56 with 8:20 to play in the second half. Wasps bring the basketball from left to right. Burton a turnover. Dyer a steal. Bounce for Browder. Browder to the hole. Count it off the window. It's 19 for Jack Browder. Nifty no-look feed for Ren Dyer. 21-point lead for Carson-Newman. Now a whistle and a foul on Jarius Satterfield as E&H sets up in the half court. First on Jarius, third on Carson-Newman. 6-0 run for Carson-Newman to complement that 16-3 burst earlier. Take their biggest lead of the night at 21. Crawford, left point with the ball right around a Bartee screen. Stops at the right elbow. Feeds a cutting Curley to the hoop. He airmails the layup. Jaw the rebound. Outlets it up the left sideline. Satterfield ahead of Brennigan left wing. Brennigan drives. Teardrop. That's a goal tip. Bartee swatted it out of bounds, but it was already coming down. Nick Brennigan has 15 points. And Carson-Newman is ahead 79-56. We return after this. 7:46 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman 79, E&H 56. 8-0 run for the Eagles. Back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
79-56, Carson-Newman has opened up a 23-point lead on E&H thanks to an 8-0 run here in the second half. It has been all Eagles after halftime. 1-point lead at the break. Carson-Newman's outscored E&H 41-19 in the second half. Wasp basketball out of the break. Brown curling for a 3 from the head of the key. Won't go down. Brown on the rebound. Up to Zhao. Zhao stops right wing. Backs it out to Nick Brennigan. Brennigan, ball held at his right hip. Feeds Beaker at the head of the key. Swinging around to Browder left wing. Browder to the free throw line. Step back, head of the key. 3. Deadeye. Jack Browder delivers the dagger. He's got 22. Carson-Newman's up by 26 with 7:04 to play in the second half. It's an 11-0 Carson-Newman run. Wasps onto the offensive end. Burton hits a teardrop in the middle of the lane over the SAC logo. 82-58, Carson-Newman by 24. 6:50 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman front court. Browder hits Brennigan at the right point. Hits Beaker, middle of the lane. Beaker, right hand, finger roll, counted off the window. 16 for Ben Beaker. 84-58, Carson-Newman by 26. 6:30 to play second half. E&H onto the offensive end. Baseline drive for Brown. Reverse layup. High difficulty. Got it to go high off glass. 84-60. Carson-Newman by 24. Eagles the other way. Brennigan, right corner. Catch three. Bullseye. Can't give Nick Brennigan that much daylight. Nation's leader in threes among all divisions. Hits his fourth of the night. 87-60. Largest lead for Carson-Newman. 6:02 to play in the second half. E&H onto the offensive end. Crawford gives to Brown on the left point. Brown left around a Barty screen. Drop it off Barty. Barty one dribble, right block, lays it up. Strong off the window. Brennigan the rebound. Ahead to Hubbard. Gets it to Zhao running right side of the lane. Zhao finger rolls at home. Count the basket and the foul. Zhao is the 55th Eagle into double figures with 10. The hoop and the harm on Gabe Brown. His third and the team's ninth. 89-60. Carson-Newman up by 29. They've made their last 7 shots from the field, and, 69% from the field in the second half will get the job done. John Zhao trying to make it a 30-point game. Lines it up. Rims out. Rare miss for John Zhao. Just his 4th of the season for the 90% free throw shooter. Wasps onto the offensive end. Right corner, Hampton a step back three. Hampton cans it. Doesn't take a ton of them, but he's effective. 46% from beyond the arc on the season, averaging less than a made three per game. 89-63, Carson-Newman by 26. 5:17 to go in the second half. Brennigan drop it off Hubbard, right block. Hubbard lost the handle on it, stumbles, slips, and calls for time. So Chuck Benson burns his final 30-second timeout to extend the possession. Eagles will have 14 seconds to get a shot off. 5:12 in the second half. Carson-Newman in control, 89-63. Chuck Benson has always said games are won and lost in the second half. Certainly true here today. Eagles carried a 1-point lead into the halftime locker room. They've dropped the hammer after halftime. Out-rebounded the Wasps by 11 in the second half and shooting 69% from the field. That'll get the job done for Carson-Newman. Elsewhere in the SAC, battle of league unbeatens. The last 2 of them, Catawba's up 58-57 on Wingate. 7:23 to go in the second. Coker's built a 23-point lead on Mars Hill. Limestone's cut into Anderson's lead. At one point, the Trojans were ahead by 14. Now it's down to 5. Newberry's taking a 3-point lead on Lenore Rhine. Inbounds comes to Zhao, left corner, catch 3. John rains it down from deep. Back to a 29-point lead for Carson-Newman. 92-63 with 5:01 to play in the second half. E&H onto the offensive end. Crawford in the keyhole, dribbling into the paint, back to the basket, stops, pivots, bounce feed Barty right baseline. 15 feet out, shuffles it to Dar in the right corner. Dar left around a Barty screen into the paint. Backs it out to the right wing, Crawford. Bounce it inside, Barty right block. Barty ducks the shoulder, left-hand hook, won't go down over Zhao. Browder mishandled the rebound. Hampton gets an easy bucket out of it from the right block. 92-65, Carson-Newman by 27. 4:30 to play in the second half. Eagles have made their last 8 shots from the field. Browder, right wing, with the rock for Carson-Newman. Gets it to Brennigan, head of the key. Brennigan dribbles inside, got poked out of his grasp by Curley. Hampton the steal. Hampton into the front court. Yo-yos the ball into the left corner for Curley. Curley, pull up, left elbow, misfires from 15. Browder the rebound. Up the left sideline comes Hubbard. Hubbard accelerating, right block. Got hacked by Curley. Hubbard to the strike. It's a second on Curley. A 10th team foul on the Wasps. Trey Hubbard looking to become the second Eagle into double figures. Carson-Newman has 4 starters on the plus side of 13 points. Browder leading all scorers with 22. Nick Brennigan with 18, a quiet 18 for Nick, fresh off that 64-point night. Now Trey Hubbard gets to 20 for the 5th time this season and the 7th time in his collegiate basketball career by making the first. 93-65. One more free throw for Trey Hubbard. Puts it up, puts it in. Hubbard a 2 of 2 trip. He's matched his career high of 21. 94-65, Eagles by 29 with 3:54 to play in the second half. E&H onto the offensive end. Left corner for Dar. Dar wants the step back three. Front of the 10, no good. Offensive board, Crawford goes in to lay it up. Scoops it up high off the glass, count it, and a foul. Charge Ben Beaker with the personal. It's his second and the team's fourth. Brings us to our final break in the action. 3:44 to play in the second half. It's Carson-Newman 94, Emory and Henry 67. We return to the banks of Mossy Creek after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
3:44 left in the second half. Carson-Newman 94, Emory and Henry 67. Quality second half of basketball for the Eagles. They've outscored the Wasps 56-30 after halftime. Carson-Newman has shot 70% from the field in the second half. And one free throw coming up for Jackson Crawford. He's 8 of 9 at the line in his career. Pushes it up and swishes it. Make it 9-10. 94-68. Carson-Newman by 26. Eagles have utilized 16-3 and 15-2 runs here in the second half to build this big bulge. Browder, right side of the paint. Turns and hits Satterfield, head of the key. Switch it left wing, Nick Brennigan. Brennigan drives inside on Curley. Reverse layup. Nick Brennigan scoops it in off the window. He's got 20. 96-68. Carson-Newman by 28 with 3:17 to go in the second half. E&H onto the offensive end. Barty going to work right block. Turn and shoot over Beaker. No, pardon me. That was Looney, not Barty. Looney gets it to go regardless. 96-70. Eagles by 26, 3:02 to play, second stanza. Carson-Newman front court. Brennigan into the high post, Beaker. Drive, Brennigan, back to Beaker, leans in, hits it off the window. That's 18 for Ben Beaker. Nick Brennigan has his fourth assist. And it's back to a 28-point lead for Carson-Newman with 2:45 to play in the second half. E&H onto the offensive end. Right wing, Crawford dribbles inside, hands off Looney. Free throw line jumper, good from 15. 98-72. Carson-Newman by 26 with 2:27 to play in the second half. Eagles range right to left with it. Browder back to the basket, hits Zhao left wing, pulls from distance, short off the front of the 10. Hampton tracks down the long rebound. E&H works left to right with it. Drive for Dar, reverse layup. No, he was kicking. Crawford right wing. Crawford inside. Bounce feed Looney, free throw line. 15-footer, short front of the 10. Satterfield seizes the rebound. Eagles race right to left. Satterfield in transition. Bounce feed Beaker underneath the basket. Reverse layup, got it. How about this? For the first time in program history, Carson-Newman has 4 players with 20 points. Beaker, the fourth 20-point scorer. His first career 20-point game. And the Eagles have crested the century mark for a 6th time in 8 home games. 100-72 Eagles. Looney going to work down low on the right block. Turns and hits the hook over Beaker. 100-74. Carson-Newman in control with 90 seconds left in the second half. Eagles work right to left with the rock. Satterfield left point. Goes to Brennigan in the left corner. Right around a Beaker screen to the head of the key. Brennigan brings 2 to the ball. Passes Satterfield. Left wing. Triple splash. Jarius Satterfield into the scoring column. Eagles up by 29. 103-74 with 1:05 to play, second stanza. Carson-Newman's made 12 of their last 13 shots from the field. Dar rolls downstairs to the right block and finishes through contact against Jack Browder. Count the basket and a personal foul on Browder, his second, team's fifth. Jacob Dar to the line to try to polish off the and one opportunity. Eagles have shot 72% from the field after halftime. And one free throws in for Dar. 103-77. Carson-Newman with the basketball, moving from right to left. Brennigan goes to Beaker at the head of the key. One dribble, hands off John Zhao. Backdoor cut for Beaker. Lost the handle on it out of bounds. Carson-Newman turns it over. Just the 7th turnover of the game for Carson-Newman. Eagles have played really clean. 48 seconds left as Carson-Newman's in control, 103-77. Lost front court. Looney, middle of the lane, spins right, chucks it up, airballed it. Zhao the rebound. 5-second difference, shot clock, game clock. Brennigan ahead to Beaker, one dribble, puts the exclamation point on it with a two-hand jam. 105-77, Eagles by 28. 1 second difference, shot clock to game clock for E&H. Looney, middle of the lane, right hand over the sack logo, won't fall. Beaker punches the rebound out to Jarius Satterfield. John Zhao brings it into the front court, and Carson-Newman will be content to dribble out the final moments in this one. A sensational second half for Carson-Newman. Eagles outscore the Wasps in the second stanza, 67-40. Buzzer and ball game. Final score, Carson-Newman 105, Emory and Henry 77. Carson-Newman stays perfect all time against Emory and Henry. A 16th straight win in the series against the Wasps. They've all been by double digits. Final score from Holt Fieldhouse, Carson-Newman 105, E&H 77. First time in program history, 4 players all score 20 points. Ben Beaker, Jack Browder, Nick Brennigan, Trey Hubbard all do that for Carson-Newman here tonight against Emory and Henry. Eagles shoot 73% from the field in the second half for Carson-Newman. Best shooting half of basketball for the Eagles since opening night against Lees McRae on November 14th, 2018. Carson-Newman made 71% of its shots in the first half en route to a 30-point win over the Bobcats. Domino's post-game report heads your way when we come back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Grab a slice. Our coverage of CN Hoops continues with the Domino's postgame report on the Eagle Sports Network.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
This is the Domino's post-game report on the Eagles Sports Network.
Bring it backdoor lob. Dyer throws it down with two hands.
Your stats breakdown, a conversation with Chuck Benson, presented by Modern Woodman Financial Planning. Plus the selection of the AEC Electrifying Play and Food City Player of the Game are all headed your way. Today's game is also brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Pepsi, that's what I like. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By the Bible Insurance Agency, the agency that's service built. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Trilight, dream big with gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. And by ShopCNEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Let's head back to the arena and the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Successful night of basketball for Carson-Newman inside of Holt Fieldhouse tonight. The Eagles get the job done in the second half, improve to 11-3 on the year and 4-2 in South Atlantic Conference play. Emory and Henry drops to 4-11 and 1-6 in league action after Carson-Newman's stellar second half of basketball in this game. Eagles shoot 73% from the field after halftime. It's Carson-Newman's best shooting half. First time they've been on the plus side of 70% since November 14th, 2018. And for the first time in the history of the program, 4 players all score 20 points. Jack Browder, 22. Nick Brennigan, 20. Trey Hubbard, a career-high matching 21 to go along with 8 assists. And Ben Beaker, a career-high 22 to go along with 6 boards and 5 assists. The Eagles shared the ball well, 28 assists, including 18 in the second half. And truly a stellar second stanza for Carson-Newman in this game. Outscored the Wasps in the second half 67-40. Broke the barn doors off the thing after leading by 1 at the halftime break. Emory and Henry didn't exactly play poorly offensively. Wasps shot 48% from the field. Just seems as if Carson-Newman was on another level, especially in that second half, and that indeed is the case. And it played out, too, with rebounding. Carson-Newman did not allow Emory and Henry to get second and third opportunities after halftime. Emory and Henry missed 19 shots in the second half, only 3 offensive rebounds after halftime, and that results in Carson-Newman having a plus 14 margin on the glass. And so the nation's leaders in rebounding margin, Carson-Newman, shot 59% from the field, still managed to have 14 offensive rebounds. Carson-Newman gets the job done, and it beats Emory and Henry 105-77 with a stellar second half performance in this one. 59% from the field for the game for Carson-Newman. After what we've seen shooting the ball from beyond the arc here of late from the Eagles, 9 of 20 feels pedestrian. Feels like an off night, but that is more than respectable. Most teams in America will take that, all in all. Quality second half performance for Carson-Newman gets the Eagles the win over Emory and Henry. And we continue on the Domino's postgame report. Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Chuck, you've often told me that games are won and lost in the second half. Certainly won this one in the second half.
Yeah.
What did you see from your team? Great adjustments after halftime.
Credit to, you mentioned adjustments. Let me give a lot of credit to the players. When I come in a lot of times at halftime, they'll be talking about things, and they had been addressing some specific offensive adjustments. It was their ideas. I'm no idiot. I know they're smart basketball players. We implemented their ideas, and I thought it was beneficial. I also thought that the second half, they were killing us on the glass the first half.
Yeah.
Killing us. And really big boying us. And I thought the second half, we did a much better job. I think we leaned to the 3 offensive boards.
That's correct.
And yet we got our own, and then we did on the defensive glass. We generated a lot of transition opportunities, and that goes back to the defensive rebounding. And the difference was the rebounding free throws.
First time in school history you finish a game with 4 players with 20 points or more.
It's crazy.
Crazy. The high level of scoring from so many different guys. You find entertaining ways to change the game. A night after Nick Brennigan scores 64, you share the ball at such a high level. What's that say about this team?
First of all, you have to understand, like, Nick, what Nick is doing now is he sort of, for our team in the half court, he serves in the same capacity that the gravitational field of the earth does. And he just draws multiple defenders in his direction, which opens up opportunities, and he's more than willing to share the ball. And that's where we can find some extra opportunities, because there's already a lot of confidence and trust amongst our players, and they're more than willing to share it and give it up. But Nick now, because after what he's done the last month, he's taken so much attention, and yet his teammates still find him opportunities. I mean, he still gets, 4 of 8. So
it's crazy. It felt like every guy that had 20. Ben Beaker, career high 22. Trey Hubbard matched his career high with 21. Jack Browder, 22 for the second time in his career against D&H. 20 from Nick. Every one of those nights feels like a quiet 20-point night.
I had no idea until I saw the sheet. I remember walking into the locker room, and I'd had the sheet, but I didn't look at it yet, and I thought, I wonder what this is going to look like in my mind. Because we were thinking, we were talking so much about defensive rebounding that we weren't even thinking about that. And so when I saw there was 4 on here with 20, I was like, how'd that happen? I don't recall it going down like that. Glad it did, but we sort of got lost in the moment and lost in the other things that we were focused on tonight, which honestly was, other than the halftime adjustments, there really was not a lot of talk about offense at all.
You bring that up in our pregame chat. Your focus in this one and throughout, really since before the Newberry game, has been wanting to see improvement defensively from your team.
Yep.
Break down the effort today. 48% from the field for the Wasps, but that's an up-tempo team that you're forced to go deep into the shot clock at times.
Yeah, I really we're truly at the halfway point of the season in terms of regular season games. We've played 14, we got 14 to go, and then hopefully a tournament. So there's been sort of enough experience for me to start thinking that some of the things I'm seeing offensively are valid, and understanding who can do what more and how guys sort of do things together. And all that's good, but I still know in my heart that it will go back. As long as that's right, we've got to make sure that we're defending and rebounding consistently, night in, night out. And that's what I thought tonight, especially the second half. Now, they still get 40 points, but it's the kind of shot types they were getting. We had some really specific goals that I won't go into that we were meeting and exceeding, and I thought that allowed us to have some of the good feelings we were having, even though you still get 77 points, but it's how the type of shots they were generating and how they were having to work to get them that we were really looking towards.
One of these days, I'm going to sneak into your kitchen and steal these recipe cards and reveal some of your secret sauces for these goals and deals that you have, Chuck.
Well, in all honesty, Cav, our staff, and I love what KT and Luke and Dave and I, but we have some knockdown fights about what we're going to do. Now we inevitably come to a consensus, but there's a lot of things that we're sort of working through right now, and I give a lot of credit to those guys too, man, because they've come to the table with some ideas, and I've been like, that's crazy, or I'm not really feeling that, and yet we'll go with it because they're so convicted by it, and thank goodness that we do. Thank goodness that we do.
Second half, crazy efficiency.
Yeah.
Best shooting half of basketball for your team since 2018 when you made 71% of your shots in the first half on opening night against Lees McRae. What keyed? In a game 2 where you were missing layups early, you started 4 of 12 on shots that our stats crew had designated layups.
We felt like we were getting some good looks at the rim, and going down at half, I remember thinking to myself, like, I think we'll get some more of those shots in the second half, and I think we'll knock them down. We just got to continue to defend and rebound. That's what we really got to do, defend and rebound at a higher level. And I think everything else will work out, and then and that's sort of what happened. But how does it happen? I think when the ball is moving and there's a great deal of trust and guys are willing to give that thing up, good opportunities come, and that's there's no secret with that. Like it's just trusting each other and moving that ball and recognizing where the opportunity is and then capitalizing.
How much of a difference maker was Trey Hubbard in transition?
Oh
tonight?
Goodness, you saw it for yourself. He was pretty nice. It's nice the kind of pressure he can put on an opponent's transition defense, and then other guys can sort of walk into good opportunities. So yeah, I mean he's nice. I'm happy he's got that Carson-Newman jersey on. I can tell you that.
Head to the road. Little run on Saturday. What do you have to do? Haven't played a ton of road games. Home games have been on another level. What's it take to carry this performance on a bus over to Shuford Gym?
Well, that's always a challenging place to play. I think they are defending really well this year. Have done some preliminary work on them. Know that I think they've got really good guard play. But I know they're defending well. It's going to be a challenge. We've got to take our defensive rebound on the road, and then we've got to find quality shots. And with the way they're defending, I think that will be challenging. But that's you got to do it on both sides of the ball. We got to defend, we got to rebound, we got to make shots. Period.
Chuck, pleasure as always. Congrats on the win tonight.
Thanks, Cav.
It's Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Continue on with the Domino's post-game report. Jack Browder, Trey Hubbard, maybe even Ben Beaker. Is this a 3-player night? Oh, just Jack and Ben tonight. We've got that for you. Domino's post-game report back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Miss out on tonight's post-game interviews? Check cneagles.com for stats, recaps, and videos from tonight's games. We close out the Domino's post-game report in 60 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Trilight is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Trilight. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
All right, back in the Domino's postgame report. Carson-Newman prevails over Emory and Henry 105-77. Adam Cavalier alongside sophomore forward Jack Browder. Jack, quality night. 22 points, 8 rebounds, lead the team in those two categories. Fifth time you've been on the plus side of 20 points this season. But you did it with 3 other guys. First time in program history. 4 players all score 20. Break down your game to start. What made tonight successful? Second straight game for you where you've scored 20 on E&H.
Well, we're just sharing the ball and we're not turning it over. 6 turnovers to 7 to 20-something assists. That's just amazing. We're sharing the ball well. We trust each other. Trey, 8 assists. That's amazing from a point guard with 1 turnover. So, just trusting each other. I didn't know that was the first time in school history with 4 guys scoring 20. And it was I did something in the locker room. I was like, John and Nick, I was like, which one of y'all had 20? Because I didn't know. I think we're just playing confidently right now, all of us. Confidence and trust, that's going to brew good offense.
I think if you were to ask me, hey, who had 20 tonight? I'd say, nobody did. Every single one. You, Ben Beaker, Trey Hubbard, Nick Brennigan, every single one of them felt like a quiet 20 tonight. Is that just borne out by the fact that no one's really hitting a 6-0 run or a 9-0 run by themselves?
Yeah, I think that just comes down to us trusting each other. You could one of us come down here hit a 3. We're not. That guy's not thinking, oh, it's my turn next time. I just hit one. It's my turn to come shoot this next one. We're not thinking that. We don't have that mindset. We have the mindset of, one more, get the best shot we can get every possession. And also our offense stems from our defense too. Our defense performed in the second half, and that shows why we scored the ball at a high clip. Obviously, the first half our defense was not as good, and we weren't finishing at the rim. So then those two combined make it just inefficient. And then, I think just our defense, especially our defense, leads to our offense in the second half.
How critical to that end was the rebounding, especially in the second half? E&H missed 19 shots in the second half, only had an offensive rebound 3 times.
Yep. Yeah, Coach harped on that. We're one of the top rebounding teams in the country, and we have to do that every night to give us the best chance to win. And we know that. We know that going into every single game. Ben Beaker's been an animal. I try my best to get the boards. Ren comes in and gets boards. John's going up there. Nick, Trey, everybody's coming in to get rebounds because we know how important that is to us, especially on defense, because you can play amazing defense and then you give up an offensive rebound and that whole possession doesn't matter because they just score off that.
It really does feel like a platoon effort, and I'm going to say this from 2 perspectives. This is the 3rd straight game you've had 3 guys with at least 5 assists, and this is it's crazy to me. 5 guys all had at least 4 rebounds. Nobody in double-digit rebounding. How critical is that those areas can come from so many different sources?
Yeah, I think that's just so important. Everybody getting involved, everybody getting in the paint, getting the ball. that's just highly important. I mean, I think CB says the stat or something with our guards rebounding at a high level, and our forwards and middle forwards doing their job too. We win at a high clip. So I think we just understand that. You know, we hear CB say that. We buy in. We try to do what they say. We make them. We try to not let them have to beg us to do this and do that. I think we just trust that, and that's what's going to give us the best chance to win.
Turn your attention Saturday to the road in Lenore-Rhyne. You've had elite performances here at home. How do you carry that over to Shuford Gym on Saturday?
Yeah, just confidence. I mean, we know what we can do. Starts on the defensive side of the ball and rebounding, finishing possessions on the defensive end, getting talons. And we know that going in, and that's going to be the goal.
All right, Jack, thanks for the time. Congrats on the win.
Thank you. That
is Carson-Newman sophomore forward Jack Browder as Carson-Newman prevails over Emory and Henry 105-77. Our AEC electrifying play of the game goes to Ben Beeker. He got the punctuation mark on this one with a jam on to set the final margin at 105-77. Ben's jam, our AEC electrifying play of the game. AEC, member-owned and service-driven, bringing value to everyday life. After all, you're not just a utility customer. You are a co-op member. We roll on the Domino's postgame report with our Food City player of the game, Ben Beeker. Ben, career high 22, 6 rebounds. I got to check my notes here because I don't often reference this. Yep, career high 5 assists.
I got to ask you a question. On those notes, it said I had a uncle who played at UT Martin. I never did. It said on the notes, on the game notes, it says I have a look, Uncle O'Dale played football. I have no Uncle O'Dale. That is I saw that the other day. I was very
It's been in there for like 2 years.
That's hilarious. O'Dale.
Did somebody else fill out your bio form?
I didn't put that in my bio form. Someone might be playing a prank on us, Cav, but I'm just saying. Just trying to keep you honest.
Uncle O'Dale. You know what? It's in the notes. Not once have I mentioned it.
Yeah.
The entire time here.
The tall tale of Uncle O'Dale.
Your sister plays volleyball at UT. I've got that one right.
Yep. No, that is right.
That is
100% right.
But she's not a setter. No assists for her. Assists for you tonight.
Yeah.
Shared the ball exceedingly well. What keyed that effort?
I think, we're just a really unselfish team, and, we're under the belief that if a guy is open, we're going to give him the ball. And, luckily we've got a lot of offensive talent like John Zal who, they're going to put it in if I give them the ball. So it's just part of it.
A lot of that tonight. First time in school history, 4 guys have scored 20.
Wow.
How crazy is that to be a part of?
It's crazy. I mean, it's an honor, to be on a team as talented as this. And again, we're under the impression that you can't take away all of us. So whoever you choose to take away, we're gonna get 3-4 other guys who are gonna score. And I think that's what makes this team so great is we're unselfish. We don't care who's gonna get 20. And hey, if 4 of us get 20, that's even better, But yeah, it's just.
Well, I'll put it in this perspective, too. In the last, 2017, the last 6 years, prior to this year, there were 2 games with 3 players with 20 points.
Wow.
It's happened twice this year, tonight included. That's impressive. The second half. A first half where you guys were struggling to finish at the rim, 4 of 12 on layups. You only missed 2 the rest of the way after that start. What keyed the ability to finish at the rim?
Well, I think, CB emphasized it's coming out in the second half and getting defensive stops. And, in the first half, when you're going toe for toe, that puts a lot of pressure on those layups that, you get tight around the rim. You can't, you're leaving stuff off the side of the rim. But whenever you're getting stops and getting energy and running the floor, things start rolling. Then that energy pickup is what allowed us, I think, to key in on finishing those layups in the second half.
How crucial was the rebounding effort?
Oh, it was extremely important. Emory and Henry is one of the top offensive rebounding teams in the country, and those dudes are tough, super tough, and they're gonna, on the glass in the first half, you saw they were right there neck and neck with us. So we really made it a big point in the second half to come out and win the battle. And I felt like our guys, especially Jack and Ren, they responded, and credit to them and their toughness.
These have been back-to-back high-level performances at home. How do you take this on the road to LR on Saturday?
I think we just got to trust in our defense, and that's where it's going to start on the defensive end. And we've really tried to lock in. We played 3 halves of great defense, I think, and it's just going to be up to us to, focus, lock in, get our mind right on that long drive up to Hickory, and hopefully we can trust our process and come out with a dub.
All right, go tell Uncle O'Dale
I will.
about your career-high 22.5 assists tonight.
I will. I'll hit him up.
All right, Ben, congrats.
Thank you, Cap.
That is senior forward Ben Beaker as Carson-Newman prevails over Emory and Henry, 105-77. Elsewhere in the South Atlantic Conference, well, I'd tell you, but my computer has frozen. The thing I can tell you is that with 1:08 remaining in the overtime session, Wingate leads Catawba 86-85. Instant classic between the last 2 unbeatens in South Atlantic Conference play as Carson-Newman will head over to Lenoir-Rhyne on Saturday to take on the Bears. That is a doubleheader, women's game at 2 p.m. with the men's game getting underway at 4 p.m. We are on the air from Hickory at 1:45 on Saturday. So we hope you join us, as those will both be 2 big games. Carson-Newman, the Bears men's team losing today notwithstanding, that contest still has major implications for Carson-Newman, trying to stay step for step at the top of the league table. That does it for us from Holt Fieldhouse tonight. Once again, the final score, it's Carson-Newman 105 and Emory and Henry 77 for Skip Roberts back inside of network control, as well as our director, Jay West, our replay operator, Mia Toribio. I'm Adam Cavalier. Thanks for joining us as Carson-Newman beats Emory and Henry 105-77. We'll talk to you Saturday from Hickory. Until then, have a pleasant rest of your Wednesday. Good night, everybody.
You've been listening to Domino's Post-Game Report on the Eagle Sports Network. Today's game has been brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Pepsi, that's what I like. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. The Inner Digital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By the Bible Insurance Agency, the agency that's service built. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Trilite, dream big with gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. And by ShopCNEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. The executive producer of the Eagles Sports Network is Matt Pope. Producers Adam Cavalier, Ian Johnson, Andrew Drizzy Rogers, Nia Toribio, Caitlin Jones, and Ryan I Love the Herd Wilkes. I'm staff announcer Ernie Anderson. A special thanks to Carson-Newman and University President Dr. Charles A. Fowler. Stay tuned to these stations for information on our next presentation of Carson-Newman basketball. In the meantime, visit cneagles.com for recaps, highlights, and interviews from today's game. This is the Eagles Sports Network.